Hey YouTube, Wheelchair21 here, and this is the review for Deluxe Daigunder. Now, Daigunder is a short-known anime based off the Web Diver series, and brought to America through Saban and Disney, put out on the ending of the Fox Kids Network and on Disney ABC Family's block. Daigunder came over dubbed. About most of the show was dubbed. Several of the voice actors are mostly known for doing Digimon and several of the other Saban dubs. And, well, this figure comes with, well, Dragon Knight Ryuga and, well, the dragon himself, Daigu. When putting them together, they create Daigunder. Now, Ryuga pretty much has only a few points of articulation. Arm swivel, both hands. His head kind of moves up and down, allowing you to put the batteries into his battery pack, which I don't have any of the proper batteries to actually test the lights and sounds on this. On this one specifically, because it uses watch batteries. However, this I tested. The batteries work somewhat fine, but the sound seems to be going. So I'm guessing the whole gaming system went with it. Pretty much, other than that, the legs just have this points of articulation, allowing him to fold up and become the centerpiece, the chest piece. And he comes with this chromed out shield, which allows you to actually see off of it. And Daigu himself, a dragon, you can see him pretty much has points of articulation based in his claws and his legs. Now, the funny thing about this is the head is based on a weird connect joint where you actually have to plug in the sword, because the head is actually the sword when dueled in the robot form, and when trying to plug in so, it actually may snap the figure, so I recommend that you don't try plugging it in all the way if you have been bought this when it came, bought this now in the modern era, because I got this for fairly cheap, almost retail price, but with the MS shipping it brought it up to its almost scalper fees. But overall, for the figure, it's a really great design. Actually looks accurate to what it looked like in the show. Very much. The fact that it was a giant dragon that was very boxy and barely could move. For transforming him, however, it's fairly easy. It's just a few flip and switch abilities where all you gotta do is first pull out the head, shut the jaw, and start working on his torso. The torso pulls out and will flip down as such, pulling out his legs. And then you flip over his feet, which look like shoulder pads when he's in, regular Tyranno mode. Spin around his legs all the way, and clip them into the knees. And repeat the process. Alright, once repeating the process, you flip the legs around full 180 degrees. Wait, no you don't. Actually, you don't flip the legs around 180 degrees. Because what you need to do is actually spin the waist around, revealing it to be the crotch, and this is the butt guard. The crotch is in the front, and now you have its upper chest, which are his hands up here, which is the tail, Ryuga. And alright, as stated, the tail is the hands and the arms, and all you gotta do really is just flip the hands, well, the legs all the way up, flip the feet up, pull the arms all the way around, clamp the legs down and over, locking in for the shoulders. You got his right hand, repeat the step, fold that in, fold in the feet, fold in everything. It's actually better to fold this side in when it's, actually out and extended. Lock it in place, and pretty much you're almost complete with the whole forming of Daigunder. Now, since Daigunder actually has an ability of chest switch and flip, and the gaming console, you have a memory chip back here. And as such, you just pretty much fold now the back of the head down. You have his cannon out. And pretty much, you gotta transform Ryuga. For Diamond Knight Ryuga to transform, all you gotta do is pretty much, not Diamond Knight, Dragon Knight Ryuga. You just remove his sword and shield, plug it into its, plug them into each other, allowing it to be now well concealed. And all you gotta do is now move his body around and flip it around. Alright, well, for transforming Ryuga, you gotta literally switch his arms all the way around, which is easy to do by pulling his head aside, pulling his hands back and plugging them to his butt. It's spin the head around again, as such, plugging said arm back into his butt, and folding up his legs, and then locking them into place. Now, the full face of Daigunder is folding his side fins in to his face, and pulling out these horns in the back, revealing the full face structuring. And, last but not least, pulling his head all the way around, turning it as such, and putting on the front end, well, I should say the back end, the shield. And for this part now, all you gotta do is slide it into the chest piece, and it locks simply as so. Now, with the chest piece locked in, all you gotta do is take the sword, which is Daigu's head, fold it up, and place it easily over the hand. Now, the cool thing about this is this looks practically accurate to what it does in the show, to how it transforms, how it combines, how it even looks, and the fact that it has, well, somewhat points of articulation in the hips, possibly in the knees if you move around with its feet. It has actual shoulder joints, elbow joints, hand, and thumb joints. Yeah, the thumbs actually move and clip on, which are pretty cool. The head actually can somewhat nod up and down at least, and the cannon actually is rotatable. Well, not rotates back and forth for different formations and such, because he does combine with the other characters such as Bullion, Bone Rex, voiced by Paul Schreier, and also is able to combine with the other characters by connecting to his arms, creating new energy, weapons, and power-ups. Cool parts about this figure are the fact that it's a gaming console built into it, but it takes a shit ton of batteries. It takes, like, I think, like 4 AAAs and a couple of LR44s, or it takes 2D batteries, 2 AAAs, and like 4 LR44s. I forget. It uses actually quite a bit. You plug it into your video outlets and that through the game center. Supposedly it has all the data stored into these things. It uses laser technology to lock on and activate its targets, as says on, off, and reset. The firing mechanism up on the top. The gaming controller on the butt of Ryuga. Really cool, really integral. I'm probably never going to ever test it out or review it, which is a shame. But I think that's just so I'd prevent it from actually not wearing or already being worn, since this was obviously in storage, because I got this mint. Never been opened, never been unsealed. It literally had the whole plastic gift wrap around the box. But overall, I really love the figure. It looks pretty damn accurate to what he looked like in the show. He has all the accessories and criteria to be Daigunder. I mean, the only problem is his sword here is a little short. It was a bit broader, probably about double the size of the blade it is now. But it's all in logical sense of why it's short, to allow it to be able to actually accurately transform and combine. Really love it. Really love the design. Really love the anime. I really wish it could have got finished dubbed, because I don't recall it ever being finished dubbed. I know there are possible subs out there for it, but I've not come across good quality ones. I kind of hope that somehow there's a resurgence for the Web Diver / Daigunder series, or at least we get some Super Robot Chogokins, because, I mean, the toy lines are created and owned by Takara, and maybe have a way to get a deal with Bandai, because I would obviously love to have a Daigunder SRC to have on display alongside my Sentai mechas. The cool thing about him is he's almost the size of an accurate Sentai mecha, because he's roughly around 8 to 10 inches when you add in the whole side cannons and such. And really wonderful. I recommend that if you want this figure, look for it on eBay, look for it on Yahoo Japan, get a middleman, and hopefully it's a reasonable purchase, because as long as you get it for less than 3,000 to 4,000 yen before shipping and handling fees, you're roughly getting it for the eBay scalper prices, and you're actually getting it for the Japanese box rather than the Korean version, which has nothing different about it except the box having Korean all over in the instructions. This, though, is the original Japanese version. Great, love it. Maybe I will get a chance to test out the game features and put it up on YouTube. As for now, highly recommended if you know what the show is, love the show, and actually want to purchase it. I recommend that you insist on using a middleman, maybe, because you may have a better deal at getting one of these for a fairer price. And I insist for you now to subscribe, like, comment, check out all my other my other friends' channels. Check me out on Twitter, Instagram, and as such. Check out Hirotaku. Check out all the news we post. Check out all the podcasts it hosts. And for now, just support us, and we'll put out as much content as we can for you. I hope you enjoyed this review for Deluxe Daigunder as much as I did, because this is really a long-awaited figure. I'm glad I finally got it. Wish America brought it over to us, but hey, I got it now, so I'm happy. Next up to review will most likely be Bullion, followed by Dry Mog and Eagle Arrow, and we'll go into how the three combine with each other and with Daigunder. Oh yeah, funny thing. Since he's so light with plastic, he actually spins easily. Just, literally. He spins, yay! I don't know why I'm getting off topic now. But I'll see you next time, YouTube. This has been Wheelchair21, and this is my favorite new mecha, Daigunder, and I hope you all enjoyed. See you next time.